Hi. So the next point I want to talk about is team up and lead the process. Team up and lead the process, what I'm meaning with this is it's really stakeholder management to be in a recruitment process. There will, through the journey, be a lot of different people who are equally important in whether or not you're going to make it and whether or not you're going to be the chosen person. So the better you work with each person in that process, the better you will do as a candidate. And here I'm talking within the recruitment companies, but I'm also talking within the actual company where you're applying. It could be the talent acquisition manager, it could be the HR director, it could be the line director that you're going to work with, it could be somebody higher up from the management or somebody from the board. Make sure that it's not just one person who likes you and one person that you're really communicating well with and working well with. Make sure you're working well with everybody, because you don't know who actually sits on the power of selecting you. So really nailing that makes it such a big difference. Another thing is I like to, with senior candidates, to give them the responsibility back. And that's because I like to see how people work. And I've learned through recruiting for many years that all of the people, including in the process, really like to feel each person and know how they are. So if you are a senior leader and you're used to having a team, then I challenge you to really take on this opportunity to have a new team in your job search. So team up with the headhunters, team up with the talent people from the company. Make sure that you're leading them just as well as if it was your own team. See them right now as your new team. It's no secret that you're only working for a shorter while with the headhunter. That's the truth, really. You're not going to apply for a job with the headhunter. They're helping you and they're a service organization to make you go forward. But you need to have a really great and strong relationship with them to be able to qualify in or out if this is the right job for you. So ask bold questions, really make sure to be engaged in the process, lead it, call them, let them know how it's going. And the same within the HR part. The moment that you're dealing directly with the company and you're being booked for meetings with the directors in the company, make sure that you're giving feedback to the right people. It's not just enough to give it to one person. You need to give your feedback to more people. So make sure that you're really accommodating and on your toes. I've just seen the best people, the most senior people manage this so beautifully and doing so much better than many of the other candidates, just because they care and just because they take on and really lead their recruitment process. It's a bit provoking to say you're the only one looking for the job, but you are. You're not. There's a lot of other candidates, but the headhunter has a job and the people in the company, they also have a job. You are the one needing the job right now. And the better you're leading this process and the better you're acting and making stakeholder management, the further you will go and the better you will interview. Another thing is also the more transparency there is from your side, the more transparency you will also gain from the company and gain from the headhunter. And I think it's super important within the whole interviewing process to ask great questions. It's okay to be demanding. You need to figure out right now whether this is the right opportunity for you or not. So asking questions, really calibrating whether it's right for you, that is so important. And also asking follow-up questions, even writing a detailed email after the interview saying, okay, all of this was great, but I have these things that I'd like to highlight. These things are key things that are important for me to figure out. It's because it's a process. So nobody really knows everything to begin with in a recruitment process. And as we're going along in the process, it becomes more and more relevant. Sometimes what also happens is that the market changes. So different things is needed. If we say that the JD is made in January, but then now we're in March or April, and suddenly there's a crisis, then everything has changed. From this being a company in high growth, this might be a company just trying to survive. And therefore the JD and the requirements of the job can have changed massively within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, or even 6 months of a process. So keep asking questions. Keep making sure that you're getting all the right information at the right time. Be proactive, lead the process, and just be easy to get a hold of. Like, there's no need to not really be like there's no way of holding back. It's not going to make you go more forward. I tend to say that in recruitment, typically there are 100 people for a senior appointment or 50 people for a senior appointment who all want the job, and there's one person really who ends up getting the job. So recruitment is a lot about winning, and winners, they do whatever it takes to be able to do well. So that's a little challenge I have for you, is to really get your leadership game back on and embrace your new team, do stakeholder management, make sure that you're having great connections with everybody, and ask really great questions. I hope this will help you in your job search, and let me know how we can do more to help you. These are all just tips and tricks that I hear myself saying over and over again to different network connections, different candidates. And therefore I thought maybe I should actually do a little bit more and make sure more people hear this message. So I wish you the best of luck with your job search.